Hi, I'm Federico Addobbati, and today I'm gonna talk about mental health. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. More precisely, I'm gonna talk about anxiety, but not the normal one. I'm not referring to an episode like, oh my god, I have an exam tomorrow, I feel so anxious. I'm talking about a serious mental illness. I'm talking about an irrational chronic anxiety that interferes with daily life and tasks. How can we understand whether we're dealing with stress or a mental disorder though? We need to focus on two aspects: symptoms and their intensity, and duration. Granted to say that it's not our job to track these things, but I think it may be useful to know, just in case. To identify if someone has generalized anxiety disorder, a clinician will look for symptoms such as excessive, hard to control worry occurring most days over 6 months. The worry may jump from topic to topic. As we can see, stress and anxiety differ in most of the cases, except for three symptoms: diarrhea or constipation, faster breathing, and faster heartbeat. Omitting the numerous different symptoms they have, like I said before, we can notice that anxiety is irrational. It may not have an identifiable trigger, and is chronic. It may occur most days over 6 months. The fact that it's a serious problem doesn't mean that it's a rare one. In fact, according to the latest data from the National Institute of Mental Health, 31% of Americans will experience an anxiety disorder during their lifetimes. It doesn't come from personal weakness, character flaws, or problems with upbringing. But researchers don't know exactly what causes anxiety disorders. They suspect a combination of factors plays a role, such as chemical imbalance. Severe or long lasting stress can change the chemical balance that controls your mood. Environmental factors, like experiencing a trauma, and heredity, because anxiety disorders tend to run in families. One of these Americans is Ryan Reynolds. I feel like I have two parts of my personality, he said. In an interview, he claimed, I've had anxiety my whole life, really, and I feel like I have two parts of my personality, that one takes over when that happens. Ryan, in this interview, really opened up and he described some of these symptoms and his thoughts. There are four anxiety disorders: generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD. With GAD, you may feel extreme and unrealistic worry and tension, even if there is nothing to trigger these feelings. The second one is panic disorder. If you have a panic disorder, you get intense sudden panic attacks. During these panic attacks, you may experience sweating, heart palpitation, chest pain, and feeling of choking. The third one is phobias. Phobias are an intense fear of certain situations or objects. And the fourth and last one is separation anxiety. This condition mostly happens to children or things who may worry about being away from their parents. But older children and adults who experience a stressful event may have a separation anxiety disorder as well. To conclude, here are some tips to control anxiety as best as you can, like positive attitude, exercise daily, limit alcohol and caffeine, get enough sleep, and take time to relax. Focus on these 5 points and good luck.